So I hope the audio is working well because I haven't tested. Let me just quickly check it. Oh, it almost looks like I'm in the baby's curb. Nice. Yeah, hi guys, Tineda here. Test. Okay, it's good. I can hear it, therefore it's good. So, this thing, right. I did a bunch of things yesterday. I don't remember. Let's see. Maybe some of it makes sense at least. Okay, for a moment I thought maybe I want this bit to repeat itself, but is that? Yep. Kind of like almost a cheap version of a delay. Self-made, of course. Instead, I think it should be better. Hi, Energy. Thanks for joining. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Like, it might seem weird, but it really warms my heart to, read from people when they feel like my music resonates with them. That's cool. Thanks, man. Really. How's your day? How's your evening? I'm not sure where are you from, so maybe that's a different time of the day for you. In the meantime, I'm trying to, make some finishing touches, or in this case, not finishing, but actual continuation of the track. I have another thought. These are quite clicky, these are quite pronounced. But like, can't help but feel there's a gap in the mid-range. And these, just like structurally, they, like the hi-hats are relatively high, glitches are also high, and they kind of clash together. Not really getting to sound good. 1 octave lower this guy, 1 octave lower this guy, maybe that's gonna be better. Oh, this is loud actually, quite loud. Damn. Okay, maybe that's gonna work. Okay, this is good. I want some frequency shifter as well, because it's gonna help to settle them in the mix. Yeah, that's nice. That's very cute. Straight up wizardry with the stuff. Thanks, man. I don't know. It's just some weird, messy things, honestly. Basically, these are some parts of audio recordings that I got into small pieces and trying to make it kind of sound somewhere in the space around your head. Yeah, and the music is just very old demo. I think this one was started back in 2015. That's the second oldest out of the album I'm working on. So yeah, finally getting courage to finish it. Hopefully. Thanks, man. Okay, that's a little bit too much time. Frequency shifting to the low end. I need a little higher. Okay, this dude misbehaves a little bit. Again, let me just change the euphonium because this is... I'm sure it's his doing. Let me replace it with... Let it be GP6K. Trippy style is cool, actually. That is something I have like been trying at the very least back in the day, like in 2012, 13 or something like that. Mission accomplished in terms of making the sound. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm like all around the head is cool, but main question, does it sound good? Because might not. Or maybe. Yeah, I think this should do the trick. Let me find just some sort of a lead. Some decent lead, possibly. Nice. Actually. Let's see how it goes together. Okay, this is slightly too harsh in the cutoff. Yep. Hey, what's going on? FL Studio, I'm sorry. Don't make me think you glitched out. I'm not hung yet, I hope. Okay, this is working. Good, and is FL Studio working? Not really. Okay, restarting then. Too bad. We did some progress and I'm sure I have saved it, but let's see. That's a quick fix, I hope. backups. No backups here. Let's go with this guy and see. Oh no, happens. Sounds like a walk on an alien ship. Yeah, man, there's a bit of a alien concept to the whole album thingy. Okay, so we did have some changes, but okay, that's it. This is nice. It's a little too much. Where's the... Maybe the other one would be better. Nope, not the bass. Lead. Yep. Not really. Okay, that's pretty cool. Awesome. I found the sound that I wanted. Good. So, again. Damn, it's dead again with this repetition for whatever reason. Presets usually when I don't have a whole lot of time, just like right now. It's not that I'm in a hurry, but I want to have the idea that I have in mind relatively fresh, because whenever I try to mess with parameters, in most cases I don't quite make the things the way I want them to sound, but also I lose the creative idea perspective, if that makes sense. But yeah, sometimes usually it's not on stream, I just open I had some resampling streams actually, but basically, yeah, I open up some sound source, I throw a bunch of effects, try to mess around with all the parameters, record that stuff, pick the best part out of it, and yeah, try to create some... Actually, these clicks, these small thingies were done exactly this way. I don't have the Edison recording right now, but there was one. And basically, yeah, I threw the drums into the few effects and this glitchy thing. Yep. Okay, so this sounds good, but this part where it goes lower for whatever reason doesn't. Maybe it is because we have a filter tied to... Nope, that's a different thing. Serum cutoff. What the hell? Okay, let me try to figure it out. Okay, so in this case, it sounds good. What if I... maybe I did mess it up. Let me try to recreate the thing then. Okay, so I have this melody. It's from Serum. Okay, and it's based on the cutoff here. So let me create automation clip. Yet another one. Copy state, paste state, and I'll get rid of this one just to see if it helps. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, and then we don't have rhythm anymore. I mean, this thing really needs some spicing up, but that's not what I'm currently focusing on, at least not yet. So I guess I don't know, let me try to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of that, like this. Copy. What do you think about having bass in stereo? That's this might be my favorite. Whoa, thanks, dude. it's this is Descent is also an older song which I didn't finish for whatever reason. Descent was started, I think, in 2017 or 18, so it's like a bit fresher than this one. But yeah, still quite old. Bass in stereo. Bass, fine. Sub bass, likely not. Depends on the frequency, not separation, but in my opinion, basically I like to see the mix and this sort of splits between the instruments and what they actually have as a main role in the mix. Leads are leads, they usually reside in the mids to high parts of the mix. High end is basically usually some hats, noises, textures, etc. Low end though is kind of tricky sometimes, especially with the sub. If you have stereo and sub, it is possible to have it made very precisely and good, but you have to be careful if there are any sort of spatial, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, basically effects that mess up the stereo, yeah, information, the mid-side parts of the signal. If there are any of those, you don't want to apply them to the sub signal or to the lower part of the bass, because lower part of the bass still has to retain energy, and if you apply anything that changes the mid-side partials of the signal, there is a chance that you will introduce phase cancellation. Not it might not be very audible just when you're creating it, because you're listening to it in your headphones, it's straight into your ears, or okay, maybe in speakers, but in larger acoustic systems, there's always a room around you where you're playing it, and the bass and the sub won't sound as powerful and precise because of the bounces. And if you have stereo information already there in the low end, it will mess the phase even more. And basically, your subs won't be as punchy. Your bass won't be as strong as it would have been with the mono-only information. So yeah, that is the idea. But that's for live shows. That's for like DJ sets, performances, etc. When you're just making music, I don't know, for yourself or for listening to in the headphones, it doesn't really matter. And it's actually matters mostly in the bass focused music, in my opinion. Other genres are not as strict about it, especially that if you go into like, look, dude, this sequence. There's higher part to it. Oh, no, there's no. It's all the same. It's zeta 2. Yeah. Hue does not fade, filter is not free. What was it? Okay. Sound Goodizer, Blood Overdrive. Nothing special, but because of the delay here in the chain, this one, and there's also a reverb. I try to use them like very slightly because like it does have a substantial amount of low end, and I don't want to mess the main like strongest point of the signal. But yeah, this is a more experimental kind of tune. I don't expect anyone to play it in a bass heavy DJ set. So I do use delay and reverb on this specific signal, and it's like Sound Goodizer just because it's a very old project. I don't use Sound Goodizer anymore, honestly. There is like, it's a good tool if you know when to use it and how not to overuse it. It's just like OTT pretty much. It makes things sound better, like subjectively better. But it doesn't always help in the mix. Sometimes it does. In many cases, it actually does, but not always. Yeah. What Sound Goodizer is like naturally, it is a simplified version of Maximus. Maximus is this multi-band compressor with weird controls over here, with split for mid, low, high. You can change these splits, etc. And like there's all sorts of ways to mess signal up in this thing because it's like complex. You can do a lot of things if you know what you're doing. And Sound Goodizer is basically the what do you call it? Distilled version of it. It has the best presets for like several types of instruments where they probably have emphasis in one or another region of the spectrum. And based on the region of the spectrum, it's A, B, C, or D, which is emphasized. Usually A is the coolest one for basses especially. It has a like U-shaped or V-shaped kind of emphasis on the bass and on the higher end. But yeah, Sound Goodizer is cool. I don't disagree with that. Don't crank it up a lot. Yep, that's a good idea. Like, it still maximizes your signal and makes it like more squashed because it's a compressor naturally. And yeah, you can find lots of good uses for it. And in my opinion, this is like, it's a memed tool because many people, basically just like OTT is a main dubstep memed tool. People who don't know how to properly use it or when to use it, they just slap it everywhere they can. And yeah, sure, it makes signal louder, but it doesn't always make it better. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's not useful. Yeah, let's put it that way. Okay, so I want a little bit of, where was that break? It's like 1, 2. This 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 is good enough. Then I want these parts. Just a little bit of a similar kind of feel. Okay, that's 1, 2. Good. How does it sound like? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's not very noticeable right now. I've been trying to figure that stuff out. Is your song progression like something new every 4 bars, or depends? Like the standard, there's a lot of philosophy up, like to how develop the structure, etc., etc. Generally speaking, if you don't follow a precise like structure A B A C or whatever usually people in the electronic music world do, A B A C being different parts of the like hooks, choruses, verses, etc., etc. Generally speaking, brains like repetition, and usually when something repeats 4 or 8 or 16 or 32 times, this is like the finished, finalized kind of part of the track. At least it feels like it's finished. And so after that point, it's up to you to decide whether it's 8 bars or 16 bars or 32 bars. But after that point, you either want to introduce something new, which is like cool, you can constantly grow your structure of the track, like develop new layers, make some small changes, etc. But also you can go the other way around, and instead of like, if you already have a bunch of layers happening at the same time, might be a cool idea to just like slow it down, like cut out some of the parts of it, or maybe, I don't know, change something or go into a like full breakdown. But usually for me, it's like either 8 bars if the track is slow, 16 bars if the track is faster, 32 bars if the track is super fast. Here it's like, I don't know how many. In bars, it's... So the start is 4 bars. Yeah, so each 4 bars even, because this is more on the slower end. Like 100 BPM, maybe not super slow, but still. Yeah, and here the change goes after 8 bars. So 4 bars, then 8 bars, then 8 bars. Then you can see the larger change takes 16 bars. And I'm slowly like introducing another element, like it slowly grows and builds up. Possibly, and yeah, at the same time, I cut out one of the noise layers, textural layers. Like these don't repeat here anymore. Maybe it would be a good idea to cut out something else, or possibly change the beat part a bit, because it constantly feels quite samey. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. What if I redo the beat somewhat in a more minimal way? Maybe getting rid of some of the hi-hats, just leaving the bare bones kind of kick snare thingy. Yeah, let me try that out. That could work. Let's go from the very beginning. Yep. Have I made house or similar types of music? Yep. There's a side project named Void.net. It's like, I'll drop it here. Void.net. Yeah, this is where I'm kind of going into more dance oriented, club oriented kind of sound. Still a bit rough in my opinion, but there are some alright-ish things that I've made for it. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Let's call it that way. I like how this sounds without the hi-hats. It's like a calmer, less energetic part, which develops into the next section. Good. But I want to have some simpler hi-hats. Never heard any. I'm gonna check it out. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. And for my smaller glitcher, not glitcher, maybe it's just gonna be. Where's that? It's not audio. Automation. Nope. Since I have no. Yeah, probably will make it here. Okay. Drums, hats. I need something. Nope. This could work. We can pitch it up like real high and then make it clicky and then, more like ear candy kind of thing. Let's see. Okay, this sounds good. Oh, that's a bit a mistake. Like this. Okay. good. Now we're getting the so-called ghost nodes. Should be higher. No, not really. That's not the very ghosty. I think we should make it even faster. Something like this. And then go. Ooh. Nice, but this has to be. Yep. Let's go into planning and just, start from here to there and to here. That kind of like back at 0, I guess. Maybe something like that. Kind of sine wave. See how it works. Okay, it kind of messes up the glitches that are happening there. Maybe a bit lower. Okay, I start with the very kind of like minimalistic, maybe not minimalist, whatever, it's great. Let's just go as it goes. We'll let it be the way it wants to be. I'm not trying to force, because like initially I have this idea that energy has to increase, and like drums and hi-hats, this is part of the things that actually feel or make the track feel like the energy increases, even without changing a lot. But yeah, let it be like that. Not overthinking. Hey, there's a bunch of things that I have to do, but I'm gonna finish for today and for now, because I gotta get up early tomorrow. Kind of like, yeah, pretty decent stuff. I still have no clue what the outro will be like, and this part feels empty. I really need to figure something out. Something cool, maybe. And generally speaking, drums need more variation. So yeah, still a bit of work to do. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna, go to sleep. Thanks everyone for joining and hope to see you. There's a chance I will be streaming during this week, just on the work days, because like I really need to finish the album and I don't have a whole lot of options other than streaming because I, for some reason, am most productive on the stream. Haha, for some reason. Of course, you can't look videos on the internet while you're streaming. Yeah, anyway, bye bye, guys. See you.